welcome everyone. Hey TCK, how you guys doing today? It's a pleasure to see everyone. Um, Welcome to our first Gold Crown week that we had in a very long time. So with that being said, I would like to give a very special shout out to my man Dark D. Dark D, how you doing there? Holding down the paid membership. How's everything going, partner?
I'm doing good, doing good. Thank you, Ray.
Excellent. In addition to Dark D, we have a few members representing a few other houses today. Ninja Nick also here representing Stealth House. How you doing, Ninja Nick?
Good, good. How are you?
Pretty well. Thank you for being here today. We appreciate you. Representing our youngest members in TCK, we have Pass McMuffin and Shotgunner Pro. Now, Shotgunner Pro, he's a regular at this meeting. Pass McMuffin, I believe this is one of your first times, right? Maybe your second or something? All right. Second meeting. Alrighty. Well, thank you guys for being here, kids. We appreciate you guys for taking time out of your Saturday. We know you guys have cartoons or cereal you could be eating right now, but you're here with us instead, so thank you. Next up on our list, we have representing the House of Guardian, Infinite 00. Also here from Miss Grandma's Garden. How you doing, Infinite? Pretty well, sir. Thank you for your time. And we also have one of our newest members who's definitely here for the first time, Mr. Teddy. How you doing there, buddy? AKA Sarge.
Alright,
All
I'm
right.
alright.
Well, it's good to see you, pal. Thank you for your time. In addition to Teddy, we also have Max Adapt representing the House of Watcher. How are you doing there, Max? All right, strong
Good.
silent type. Good, man. Thank you for being here. We appreciate your time once again, Max. All right. And next up on our list, we have representing the House of Infantry, George Witt. How are you doing, George? Thank you once again for taking time out of your busy day to be here, pal. We really do appreciate you. I'm doing really well. It's really good to have you once again, George. And also, we have another one of our newest members. Did not have a chance to actually take his trial quite yet, but my man Voltage. Mr. Voltage, how's your morning going today?
Pretty good.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. All right, so with that being said, I do believe we extended a heartfelt good morning to everyone here in the party. So let's go ahead and get today's meeting started off without any further hinges. Now, as you guys know, we are on Gold Crown Week. In fact, you may not know this information, but TCK is going back to its old meeting schedule, and we now are going to start doing business on a 4-week basis. So, week 1 is going to be Bronze Crown Week. Week 2 is going to be Silver Crown Week. Week 3 is Gold. Week 4, White Shield, or Executive Week, basically. Now, during each one of these weeks, we're going to go over and highlight certain levels of information relevant to all TCK members. More information about these changes come in about a few seconds here. But as of now, we're on week 3, which is Gold Week. So the information that we're going to be going over is going to be Cubs and Knights, members. We're going to do a quick house review and a few seconds on Gold Crown training. Nothing too extensive though. Okay, so for the first part, Cubs and Knights. All Cubs and Knights, it's very imperative that you guys remember and understand that you are now a part of your houses. So I don't really care if there was once a Silver Crown Cub that used to give you guys instructions or whatever. That is no longer relevant. If we have not demoted said individual, we will work our way around to that. But as of now, you guys all belong to a house. So after this meeting, figure out which house you belong to, get in touch with your commanders, and introduce yourself. Start showing up to your classes. Go to your house meetings. That's what your commanders are there for. So, in addition to that, if you have earned a bronze or silver crown, you know as well as we know that it does not represent leadership no more. It represents internal leadership. an internal qualification that you have earned the right to bear this crown. You are accountable and responsible enough to represent this level of authority. Understand that it does not mean that you have the right to go around yelling at kids your age or anything of that nature, but we just want to show them something to try to reach for. So, for my man Shotgunner Pro here, and also to my man Pass McMuffin, you guys don't have any crowns, but if you ever want to decide to try to go for one, that's how you do it. Go to your houses, meet your commanders, start being active, go to your events, and from there you should have no problems. Alright, so before we move on, does any member here have any questions about the Cubs and Knights in general? Cubs and Knights going once. Cubs and Knights going twice. Cubs and Knights, Cubs and Knights, Cubs and Knights. Excellent. Well, with nothing else on Cubs and Knights, let's move up to the member table. Now, you guys, this is a lot of important information here, so please bear with me and pay close attention. TCK has been building a vigorous training program to make sure that all members of TCK have a chance to grow. And in efforts to continue on with this engagement with the family, Black Shield has dedicated a ton of resources to take a vast majority of the information that was and is being presented to you in a training class scenario, and we are prepared to present it to you in a clean, laid out, step-by-step, informational quiz environment. Now, once this program starts, every week, one lesson will be highlighted. Once it's highlighted, all members will be given the opportunity to take this evaluation. However, you only have 1 week to do so, and even more so, you only have one shot to pass this evaluation. Once it starts, that is. If you're on the website, I'm pretty sure you guys can explore, play with stuff now, but when this actually goes into effect, which will probably be next week, there's only going to be one training. It should only take about 10 to 15 minutes of your time. If you don't get a perfect 100, oh well. Review the information again. Better luck next time that test comes back around. If you do get a perfect 100, you will be cataloged, you will be set aside, we will start keeping an eye on you.
Railgun ready.
Understand that it has become imperative for TCK to start adopting some type of new training programs. I mean, I've seen us over the last week. You've seen us too. We have not been on our A game. There's been games where we have let the enemy take their vehicles, our vehicles. Hey, take our sniper while you're at it. Who cares? It's yours. And we do feel that with these added regimens, they will give all members a chance to accelerate on their skills at their own will, but guaranteeing that you're not just being noted for just being at a class anymore, but the things you learn are actually going to start being highlighted. You will start standing out based off of your education, based off of what you can demonstrate you know. So, as this continues on, your commanders, they're going to be spending more time focusing on map layouts rather than weapons. They're going to be spending more time working on strategy rather than where is the Banshee at? Who should get in it? These are all fundamental things that Black Shield is going to start taking care of to make sure that all members have a chance to know. In addition to that, the weekly news is going to start appearing on the website live in live time. Right beneath that, just in case if the person's not watching it, we will have a weekly update show. Now, here's the kicker for all commanders and members alike. If you are a commander, you don't have to make the meetings no more. We understand. We all got stuff to do. However, you do got to get 100% on the weekly announcement quiz by Friday. So I don't care when you want to take the test. I don't care when you want to watch the show. It's your choice. But by all means, you will watch the show. You will pass the test. Otherwise, we will start evaluating your commander position and how valuable you are to the family. So, as you guys can tell, everything is going to become a lot more web-based. We're going to go back to our roots a little bit stronger, yet keeping true to our foundations of where we come from. So, I understand that was a lot of information for people to take in, but does anyone here have any questions about what we just covered on the member table? Questions going once? Questions going twice? Questions, questions, questions. With no further questions, let's move on up. Okay, so now we're at the commander table once again. This information is going to be mostly relevant to what would be a Gold Crown commander. But as of now, since we don't have any Gold Crown commanders, we're going to, well, I stand corrected. Hi, Shahufa, wherever you are. Whenever you watch this, that is. I do stand corrected. Whenever we do get more Gold Crowns, this is going to be information that you guys are going to definitely find relevant, valuable. These will be future episodes that we're going to start cataloging in different files for you to watch at your own discretion in the future. But Gold Crowns, today's episode is all for you. Every change that we've made in TCK directly relates to you, no one else. So understand that it's going to be at your level and beneath your level that we're expecting all commanders to complete their weekly news update quiz. In addition to that, to actually obtain perfect scores on their evaluations. Now, understand that it's not mandatory nor is it required for any member to engage in these activities, but it is encouraged for the members to engage in these activities, as this is the path to becoming a commander. But if you are a commander, this is a requirement. We need to know that all commanders are up to date on the same level of information. And as of now, we don't have that. Throughout your houses, you do a pretty fine job of updating each other on different various topics. But nevertheless, there's still information that happens week from week that unless if you take about, I don't know, 15 to 20 minutes out of your time to actually watch the show, 5 or 10 minutes to actually take a test, there's no way for us to actually guarantee that you're up to date with your information. So this is a very important topic for you to be aware of. Understand that through your level of training, we will be updating you as well. So when we actually have certain topics that we need you to talk about at your meeting, this is where you'll hear from them at. If you have, I don't know, a certain map that TCK has been slacking on,
Railgun in 10 seconds.
in that quiz or in this show is where we will highlight what map we want you to work on, and you will have a chance to show that you understand what map we want you to work on.
Railgun ready.
So it really is a very basic system of communication for all of us to make sure we're all on the same level from now on. In addition to that, commanders, once again, we have noticed that you guys are not really taking very many crowns. If you are, and we're not being told about it, then we really need to start having a little bit more documentation. But as of now, if the gameplay continues to stay on the same level, then we will start taking house crowns. In which case, we will take all member crowns inside the house until the entire house deserves the crown back. So, please, you guys, everyone needs to start taking more pride in their position on the battlefield. If you are a guardian, you are to stay behind 40% of the line. More so, your core should be at that objective. If it's a Slayer-based game, we understand, but you should still be protecting a teammate. You should not be running around playing Lone Wolf. If you're in infantry, your main job is to secure the hill, 50% line. Whatever that red line is, you're to hold it. In addition to holding that red line, you're to secure tier 3 weapons whenever they spawn on the map, if they spawn on our side of the map. Example, a laser, even a field rod. All of these weapons here are considered tier 3, in which case, when they spawn, if they're not behind you, it's our job to get them. In addition to that, infantry. I'm sick and tired of seeing you guys just take the first round of vehicles with pride, but upon your death, there is no call out of what time that vehicle went down. In addition to that, there's not a single man in red waiting for that vehicle. And if there is a person in red, it's usually because we're on the fucking blue team and the red team is waiting for the vehicle. So we really need to stop that, you guys. And the only way to stop that from happening is if infantry understands that all vehicles are essentially to be treated as a tier 3 weapon. Okay, that's essentially what they are. They're tier 3. They're your responsibility to obtain, secure, and log. When this weapon or vehicle disappears, it's your job to say, hey, this is gone. Infantry, the time now is 10:53. The next one should be up at 7:53. We should all be here at 7:57. As a person that died in said vehicle, it's your obligation to take the time to simply just say to everyone, hey, this is when it went down. Hey, I need you guys spawning now. Hey, can we get you guys over here? Okay, you guys, it's 11:05. Where's TCK at? I need backup. If we can get better call-outs like that, that's going to help us secure these vehicles a lot better. That's going to make sure that TCK is in them. And not only the vehicles, but all tier 3 weapons. This goes for your sniper. This goes for a field rod. This goes for rocket launchers. Anything that is obtainable and is of great value, of great value to the family. We need to log and know when the next one comes up. Now, we will be looking for this over the course of the next week. So, we're rooting you guys the best. We really are. Okay. You lost a shoe. Awesome. Okay, babe. Alright, so that pretty much concludes our training scenario for our gold crown level. These are things that would normally be highlighted on a test. Because this week is not really prepared, this is going to be a freebie for everybody. I do apologize once again for the small interruption. My daughter says hi. So, there is not going to be much information on the website as far as testing for this week. But normally, that's the type of lecture you guys can expect, and information will be relevant to that content. Alrighty, hey, here you go. Let's get you a snack. Okay, you guys, I do apologize. One moment. Here you go. Look at that. It is sweet. It is food. No? Okay, let's get you something to drink. Anything to shut you up. I do apologize once again, TCK. All
No
right.
worries, Ray.
So that once again concludes our Gold Crown training for the week. Are there any questions about the content that you guys just received? Questions going once? Questions going twice? Questions. Excellent. So at this point in time, this brings us to our general table. So, as you guys know, TCK, family game night is pretty important. If you guys have not attended one yet, I encourage all members to definitely start taking some time to check the website and just see when these events are. Game night's every Friday night. And if you guys want to take some time to be there, I promise you, you're going to have a good time. It's not competitive based, it's family based. Understand that if you do have a friend that wishes to join, there is terms and conditions for that. Term number one, they must be willing to join TCK. We're not saying they must be ready to join, but I said willing to join. As in, if they're already in the clan and they're not trying to leave, then they're not coming to our custom game night tonight. Sorry. But if they're just your friend and they're not in the clan or nothing like that, okay, cool. You can ask the commander. If the commander gives permission, then he's more than allowed to extend an invitation to your friend for custom game night for that evening. The reason why we're so strict about that is we have had times where randoms will come in and start thinking it's their fucking lobby or something, and we had to check that shit real quick. So, I do apologize once again. Alrighty. I gave her a chance. Sorry, guys. I gave her a chance. I gave her a chance, right? Alright. So, outside of custom game night, as you guys may or may not have noticed, the website has received an extreme home makeover. There is tons of changes still being implemented as we speak. So just stay tuned and keep your eye on the website. In addition to that, you guys, we need you guys to understand that website traffic is a must. If you have not done your part and checked, hell, any pages this week, start next week. Now, because of this reasoning, we are going to be bringing back a few of our free giveaways. However, this is where things going to get a little bit interesting at. Dark D, how you doing there, pal?
Doing good.
Excellent. So I have a question for you. How would you like it if Stealth House had their own page on the website? Legitimate page, not just Spartan Company, but an actual page. True Combat Kings / Stealth House.
Be pretty dope.
Okay. And, I mean, Mr. Wood, how would you feel about that? Max, Ted? I mean, let's get your guys' input right quick. Battle, would you guys like to have your own pages on the website?
It'd be pretty cool. Be helpful
Okay.
for each house.
Yeah,
Awesome.
who wouldn't like that?
Awesome. Well, with that being said, you guys, what would you like on your page if you had one?
House info.
Okay, house info. Good, good. What else?
Player
Plans for
highlights.
classes.
Player highlights. Okay, your own class
Oh,
schedule.
yeah,
House history.
yeah.
House history. Okay. So, with that being said, Spartan Company information, we can probably include something about along those lines. Okay.
A schedule.
All right, in the schedule. How about member montages? How about
Obviously.
Definitely.
the house get to pick their own MP3 playlist? So whenever any guest comes to their page, they're listening to what the house wants them to listen to rather than what Black Shell puts on the website. How about having some of your own games on your site, on your own page for your house, related to your house content?
Sounds great.
Excellent. Here's the point I'm trying to get at. We are going to go back to the free giveaways. However, there's going to be a small amendment to them. we're going to start building the houses. We're going to start dedicating resources to the houses, but only the resources that the house is willing to pay for. So therefore, we're going to start these competitions again, but they're going to be house based. Each member is effectively representing the entire house. And as you earn certain prizes, certain rewards, you will be able to either trade them in for either A, something from the store, in which case it's going to be, my house would like to have another video. All right, we could do that for you. Do you have enough credits? In other words, have you guys had enough members on the site actually contributing to our traffic or no? Because that's how you guys are going to earn credits. You guys are going to have to start doing these games, and if you play the games and you guys are actually checking these pages every day, then that's going to actually start accumulating funding, and in which case it's going to let us know that you guys either A, have the credits for this, or you don't. So based off of the competitions you guys actually win, acquire, and believe me, because of the way we're doing things now, they're going to be uber easy for every house to win. It's just a matter of, are you participating? That's simple. So in addition to these competitions, we will still be represented, or excuse me, our sponsor Papa John's has decided to continue to represent us through another year in TCK. However, I need everyone to understand that this representation does come at a cost. Okay, our sponsor has a son who's only 3. I've held him, and he is legally blind. Okay, the kid's got a really tough life ahead of him. I'm just gonna cut the shit. They call us True Combat Kings for a reason. This kid got a battle ahead of him. I'm telling you. It's so tough that he's actually been approved for the Make-A-Wish Foundation. You know how bad your shit gotta be for you to get approved for the Make-A-Wish Foundation? So, with that being said, we did great on Christmas, you guys. I'm proud of all TCK members who contributed to the relief of the Ison family. But this $200 that we gave them, which in all means most of it was provided by a 50-50 contribution on behalf of the King's Charity, we need to definitely be able to do more for this family next time. So it's at the end of the first quarter for the year, and unfortunately we have not a single dollar to give them. I mean, I'm just going to be honest about it. We have raised very little, and that's mostly my fault. But moving forward, part of these games are to help sponsor this family. That's important for you guys to note. And the more we essentially are able to give this family, in return, our sponsor is able to reward us on a much higher level. I mean, we started off only getting 1 free pizza a month, and now we are sitting here on a stack of these damn things. The only problem is I gotta trade them out because of the expiration date, but that's pretty minimum. So, 1 second, gentlemen, I do apologize. How you doing there? I'm in a meeting right quick. Are you coming by? Yes, sir. Okay, for sure. Okay, I do apologize about that. Business is always on the forefront. So, I don't really mean to give away too much information right now, you guys, but I just think it's kind of cool that we're working on a program that's going to allow all the houses to be able to support the community and earn privileges for their house based off of how their house performs. So, we're looking forward to see how this works out, you guys. We're looking forward to see exactly how we all can benefit from this as a family. This is something that not just one person's going to benefit from, but all of us. But as you guys walk away from this meeting today, I want you to keep in mind that that picture that you see on our homepage, as you scroll down just a hair, you'll read a touching little bulletin. That's a legitimate child, man, and I held him. His story's really fucked up. And if you had a son or a daughter, which is your contribution to the world, and it was born with these type of conditions, how would you feel as a parent? And upon recognizing the feelings that you're now facing, understand that you may be blessed enough to have a healthy child. You may be blessed enough to have a long, healthy life. But now you know someone who's not. And upon you being so favored, is it not your obligation to return to those less fortunate than yourself? Especially if this man, the father of this child, is giving to you and asks nothing in return. This man is one of our sponsors, gentlemen. He's donated to us and continues to donate to us. This man obviously believes in charity. And I know Mr. Aaron very personally. And I can tell you now, he doesn't ask for very much in return. He's a good man who could really use a king right about now. So, with that being said, are there any questions, comments, or concerns before we adjourn today's meeting? Questions going once? Questions going twice? Questions. Well, with no questions, I want to thank you guys for being here today. I want to thank everyone at home for tuning in. It's been a real pleasure to make you guys' acquaintance today. So with that being said, everyone please remain silent for our ceremonial closing. For the first time today, are there any questions, comments, or concerns I can answer for you? For the second time today, are there any questions, comments, or concerns I can answer for you? For the third and final time today, speak now or hold your peace until our next approved Gold Crown meeting, which will not be until next month, third week. Or are there any questions, comments, or concerns that we can answer for you? With no further questions, comments, nor concerns, I would like to say this meeting is adjourned. So with that being said, everyone, happy holiday season, happy spring, and I hope you guys enjoy your time with your loved ones over the course of the next couple of days. So thank you guys once again for tuning in at home. Nice to see you guys. Hi. Everyone, have a great day. Thank you.